Okay, so almost to the end of this last row, and one thing I'll point out, which maybe you can focus on, Caleb, and that is that, you know, I'm really ignoring this other sock. It hasn't shoved itself to the bend in the needle, and if it did, no big deal. I would just count the stitches and pull that out, but you know, you can just let it dangle. And just a couple more stitches to the very last slip yarn over on the purl side of the heel back, and here is my funny looking slip yarn over stitch, purling it, then purling the last stitch. And now there will be one more slip yarn over to perform. Again, yarn in the front, slip, and bring the yarn over. And when you're on the knit side, it doesn't, you know, it's not as dramatic. You're not pulling the yarn all the way around, but you still end up with your two legs of the stitch showing on the needle and knitting back. Now this is the point at which I have finished going back and forth on the heel back, and the instructions tell us, or tell me, you whatever, to at this point start going in the round. And this is where I'm going to actually pause this sock, getting to the end of the row, and I guess we're going to videotape this whole row because I'm almost there. Okay, now just a couple of stitches left. Here is my last knit stitch and my very last slip yarn over stitch. And if we were only knitting one sock at this point, we would continue in the round, coming around here and then picking up as we come to complete that round. This there will be only one more slip yarn over stitch left, and that would be this one. But we're going to pause this and move it over, and the point in the directions where we are is can you focus on this? Repeating rows 3 and 4 until you reach the end of the stitches on the 2 needles. And I will insert in my next printing of this that you're going to end on a knit row. So, you know, I think that's a row 3, and I will insert that, and if anybody wants a PDF of it, I can do that. Okay, so now I simply slide over to the other needle, unwrapping whatever is twisted in the cable and pulling this loop to the side. And now this sock that we completed the heel back, or nearly completed the heel back, it's going to dangle around on that side. And here I have just completed the heel base, and instead of moving my socks to double pointed needles, I will simply switch my yarns. Can you see that? Okay, no table, we're in a hotel. I'll switch my yarns and begin the exact same thing that I showed you on the previous, I think it was 2 videos ago. And probably not tonight, but tomorrow night I'll post a video of when this is finished, and it looks just like this one. Then picking back up with the instructions and going back to knitting in the round. And that's it for this one.